I pretty much have always been into fitness. I played sports in middle school and high school. Originally, I would say that I started training with weights shortly after I got married. My husband was into weight training and he introduced me. I really just was working with him to get in a little bit better shape after having 3 children and kind of being off and on at the gym like most people are. And he really encouraged me to consider competing.
Excellent. Rest it out. You're going heavier in the next set. Of course, you know that. I started dancing back when I was in high school and college, and danced for many years. I did contemporary dance as well as modern and ballet. And then my interest turned over to the fitness industry. I was an aerobic instructor for many years, and then I became a personal trainer. And I realized that I really enjoyed helping people reach their goals, as far as their health was concerned, and also as far as the way they looked or the way they wanted to look. I do work with some senior citizens here at 803 Fitness, and also there's some outside programs where I work with senior citizens, and actually those are some of my favorite clients. Because no matter what, when they come in, they have a bunch of ailments, but they still come, and they don't complain, and they do the workout, and and so it's a great group of people to work with. But most of them understand the importance of exercising, because if you sit around, you're going to start to feel stiff. Things that bother you are going to get worse, and you're getting weaker. So you want to stay strong, just get stronger and just keep that body moving and active.
Nutrition is important because it's the fuel. That is probably one of the more difficult changes, changing how you eat, how you think about food. I try to emphasize or at least get a grip on what a person's relationship with food is first, because sometimes that might be part of the cause for them having, a difficulty with maybe losing weight that they, have been carrying around for the last several years.
One thing I do believe, and I've been coached on and trained on, is the concept of bio-individuality. And all that means is there's no one way of eating, even there's no one way of exercise for one person. So a lot of my clients will say, hey, you know what, I'm gonna try the keto diet because I have all these friends that do keto and it worked for them. And then when they try it, they may get frustrated and they may not get results. And they come see me and I'm like, well, maybe keto is not the best for your lifestyle. So let's dig in, let's figure out. And I do a number of assessments. I do a lot of food logs. I do grocery store tours. I look at things from the Ayurvedic aspect, which is just the Indian tradition of health, Chinese medicine. We're going to gather a lot of information about you and your lifestyle so we can figure out the best eating strategy for you. I feel like a lot of doctors are moving towards partnering with health coaches that are out there because frankly there's just not a lot of time to be able to spend with the patients that are out there. So as a health coach, I really dig in and I listen. Because there's a lot of different things that could be going on with a person's lifestyle that what I'll do is I'll pinpoint the biggest hurdle and then we'll start working there. The bod pod is a very accurate and safe assessment tool to measure the amount of body fat and the amount of muscle that's on the person's body. There's a lot of other methods of testing. There's the skin fold calipers, there's bioimpedance, some other ways of testing that can be kind of quick and dirty, measurements. But the bod pod is going to be one of the most accurate ways to get the amount of body fat. So what I want to see, I want my clients to start off with a body fat test. We'll see where their percentage of fat is. And what we do know is for men, we don't want them to be over 30% body fat. That can be risky. And women, we don't want them to be over 40% body fat. So we get our baseline and then we go through the program, figuring out the best eating strategy for them, figuring out the best exercise program, figuring out stress management techniques, the whole nine. And so the food is everything.